Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. You're probably wondering what this thing is, and I'm going to give you time. Now's a good time. Leave your comments down below in the description if you know what it is. I have my thoughts and I have my doubts, but I'm going to run through and tell you a little bit more about this. Now, I inherited this with this other lock, which you probably saw in the last video, and I just want to show you this because it is interesting. It's definitely interesting. Overall length on that, I've got about 270 mil. Okay, and the actual tip of it here is tapered, and it goes from one point down to a smaller point here. So I'm just going to zero off my vernier calipers, and I'm going to say the lower point here is coming in about 7 mil, and the larger point here is coming in about 11.5 mil. So that's interesting. The shaft on here is about 8 mil, and it has this fancy head on the top here. Now I've got to look at this closely because that looks to me to be steel, and this looks to be some sort of cast alloy, and it's quite a fancy, nice looking either a tool or a key. Now that's the question. Leave your comments down below. Is it a tool or is it a key? I'm leaning, well, I'll give you a few seconds just to kind of have a think about it. Is it a tool or is it a key? Or is it for something else? Is it like a grandfather clock winder upper? You know, very, very interesting. All right, here we go. Hopefully you've left a comment down below and you've put in what you thought. I don't know for certain, and there's a lot of people out there, a lot of locksmiths who will know for certain, and I'm hoping one of them will clarify this. I'm leaning towards it's a key, and there's a couple of reasons I'm leaning towards it's a key. First of all, it has a nice head on it and all the rest, so, you know, if it was some sort of tool, it probably wouldn't have had that nicer design. Okay, the next thing that tells me that it's a key is the length of it. So the actual length of it could be part of the security of it. Now, there are other keys which we currently have which have this type of setup, and there's one of them there. So this one here has the same taper, it's just a smaller version of it. It also has the head with the T-section for more twisting action, as where this one here would be a little bit harder, but all the same would do the same job. Now this is a key, it is a key, and it opens a particular type of lock, which is this type of lock right here. This is a square drive lock. So you just put that in there and you rotate it and it turns. There is no real security in it, but this is more for behind a panel, behind like an elevator shaft door or something, somewhere where you want access for technicians to get in there, and there's no need for type of security. It's just if you've got the right type of prod to put in there, you can turn it. A lot of the time with this type of lock too, you can get away with just using a good old screwdriver as well. But I'm saying key for this exact reason. So let's just check our theory on this, or my theory, and I've got 6 or 7 mil, just under 7 mil, and I've got 9 mil at the top. Right at the tip here I've got 7.3, and at the top I've got 11. So that, in all fairness, they're quite similar in that regard. Would this do this job? Yes, it would. No worries. Now why I'm saying it's a key is because the key has security in it. The security I feel they get from this is when this lock is mounted so far back and you're accessing it through nothing but a hole, that is where the security is. So if you're looking at a door and it's got a hole about that, and all the way back here is where the lock is, you need a specially long tool to actually get to what you need. You know, you can't, I mean, these days we could probably jam a screwdriver in there, sure, but I mean, you don't really know what's what. And being so old, perhaps that was the way to, you know, to kind of keep people out from being able to use a screwdriver or find whatever it is down the back. The length might have been the actual security in the key. So I'm leaning towards a key. Leave your comments down below what you think it is. Do you think it's a key, or are you saying it's a tool or something for a completely different machine? I'm leaning towards key, as you know, but I could be wrong. I mean, this is well before my era, before I was even a locksmith. I probably wasn't even born when somebody was using one of these, and I don't even know what era that's from. All I know is I inherited that with that. So it's coming from some old person who's been collecting locks, and it's come through a second-hand market, sat in a relative's garage for about 20 years, and it's made its way to the bench. So that's the mystery key. Leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching.